I would summarize leadership as first portraying the values of loyalty to the organization and to the citizens or the organization that you serve. Duty, performing your duty even under the toughest demands and environment. Respect for all the people that work for you, with you, and who you support and work with. You must show respect and be respectful in every way. Selfless service, I think, is critical in providing leadership. People have to believe that you're there serving something other than yourself, that there's a cause that's worth serving that asks us to do more on a daily basis.
I think leadership is being able to have folks follow you. Nature of the word, leadership. I think something that's very important is to communicate well. People need to understand why you're doing what you are. People need to understand where we're going. What are our goals? What are the results?
Leadership to me is the ability to move people in the direction that you need for them to go. And not just because you said so, it's because they are motivated and empowered to move in that direction with you.
I think I've heard it said that leadership is really by example. If you can provide a good example to your employees and show them the way, I think you'll be very effective as a leader.
You need to be, again, a visionary, somebody that's looking forward. You know, one of the problems I think we have, and one of the things we don't spend enough time doing, is looking down the road. We're so busy dealing with the alligators that are biting us today that we're not planning for tomorrow. And so I think you got to be a change agent. You can't be afraid of change. And you got to be a little bit of a multitasker, somebody that can deal with multiple issues in a day and not let it frustrate you. And I think another key ability you have to have is you have to have the ability to delegate and not worry about it. You have to trust the people that work for you. You can't micromanage and be successful because you'll just get caught up in all the minutiae and you'll never achieve the outcomes.
Well, I think to be a good leader, to lead a staff, to lead a group, you've got to understand who you're leading. I think you've got to have consistency and dependability. That's what people look for in a leader. They need to be able to anticipate where we're going as a group.
Successfully leading people to me is making sure that they all know that they matter and that they have a contribution, that they're not just doing some piece of a job, some widget in a bigger organization, but that what they do matters and that they're important to you.
We're faced with challenges every day. I think for me, from a personal perspective, it's about adversity. You go through your career and you have certain adversity, and how you react to those things is extremely important as you go through those things. I guess for me, you make choices in your career here about how you do it, how you attack that adversity, and from my perspective, you are in charge of that as an employee and as a person. And for me, you can choose to be mad every day about something if you want to do that. But for me, I try to look at it as a point to self-reflect and then to say, you know, I can do something different about those things. And just choosing to be happy and not mad, I think, is really important as you go through life and through your career here.
The one thing I would say is that, you don't ever have to reinvent the wheel in DOT. There's a lot of experience and a lot of expertise across this state, and if I had to do anything differently, it would be spend more time networking with my counterparts across the state. That is so important.
I have not been successful in anything I've done with DOT because I did it by myself. And I think I learned early in my career, even when I was a technician, that in order to get jobs done across this department, you had to have allies, you had to have friends, and you had to be able to work with people. And you had to be willing to share. And when I say share, is share in the success.
There's a need to always do more with less, and that is very challenging. We're expected to have a level of service for the traveling public, and when the funds decrease, it gets more challenging to figure out how to meet those needs. So we will have to prioritize more, and we will have to become more efficient in what we do.
Well, I think the workforce of the future, not just at DOT, but across the board, is going to require people to be nimble, to be adaptable, to learn continually new skills as they go forward.
If you don't like change, you'll like irrelevance even less. So in order to be relevant, you must be adaptable and you must be flexible. And those are principles that I think will enhance anyone's career. No matter what you believe your job requires today, that may change as the requirements change, as the demands from our citizens change, as the transportation system changes. So must the things that you provide for your organization, that you must be adaptable and change with those.
Always be genuine and always be yourself, and make sure everybody matters and that they know that they matter to you.
Never hire anybody that doesn't want your job. Just hopefully they have the good graces to wait till you leave before they try to get it. But the whole idea is surround yourself with really smart folks.
Nobody's asked anybody in this department to be the Lone Ranger. You've got all types of technical help and all types of advice and all types of great people around you. Use them. You don't have to do this by yourself. And it doesn't reflect negatively on you if you don't have all the answers. Use your resources.
You have to rely on others. You have to build teams in order to get things done.
Help folks enjoy what they do. Lead positively, be there when they need you, and get out of the way when they don't need you.